What is up, everyone? This is SwordKing090 and this is gonna be another video for today. And today's topic is about one of the confrontations I've had at work and what I had to deal with. And it's all because of the fact that the customers argued that this wasn't the right price. So I was on drive-thru. Yeah, fun to be on drive-thru. I honestly hate drive-thru, but that's where I get the most compliments. So it's like a bittersweet moment right there. But anyways, so what has happened is that I had to deal with a customer. Well, two to be in fact, because I had different orders and they both actually wanted a discount because they actually had coupons. So this is what happened. So I told them, like, here's, I'm gonna have your total up in the window, I'm gonna need to see the coupons. So they drove up and then they handed me the coupons. So what I did, of course, I was a crew leader at the time, so I was able to actually do an open discount for them. And then the discount was that if they were to buy a meal, the second meal is half off if it's a greater or lesser price. So of course I would have to give a discount to the lesser price if the thing is right then and there. So if they buy an expensive meal and a less expensive meal, the less expensive meal is the one that gets the half off. So that's exactly what I did. I did the whole math in my head and then I put it down and then there we go. Of course there will be taxes on there because it doesn't exclude the taxes, but in any case is that they actually taking a look at it once I gave them back the receipt and handed them their meals. They were not happy. They said that this was wrong, that this wasn't the correct thing. And they just wanted, well, they wanted more out of it, but I told them that this is how it is. This is exactly how it's correct and how everything is placed down. So they actually wanted me to do the math right then and there while I'm getting more and more cars pulling up to the drive-thru. So the pressure was on, and especially when my district manager was on site and he was like standing right there watching me, including the two customers that were watching me do the math on paper. So my anxiety went up just a tad bit, especially when I was trying to compose myself and actually write down in front of them. So my handwriting wasn't all that great. I was kind of shaking just a tad bit. Again, I hate confrontations. I haven't dealt with them, so it's gonna take me a while to actually get used to it and be able to be calm in most or in future situations. So at that time I was just nervous. I just didn't want to make a mistake that would cost a refund or that would cost angry customers, and then they would actually have to speak with me of why this happened. So that honestly really sucked with all that pressure, especially when more and more cars are coming up to the drive-thru and I had to tell them to please hold on. So I was able to actually write down everything, right down to the exact amount of the discount that I actually placed upon the order, and I handed it back. I said, here, everything's right here. So I don't know what else to tell you. I did the exact thing that I given you a discount for, and everything is correct. Of course, they were still not happy. They just wanted to get something more out of it, but they can't really do anything else because I did everything on paper. So if they want to argue, they could argue with the upper management, but it's going to be the exact same deal. They didn't want to deal with that, so they just take up their losses and drove off, and I'm pretty sure that by the time they got home, that their meal was cold because they'd taken so much time to actually make an argument against me that they didn't really notice the time it took for it to all take place. But I digress. When other cars came up and asked why it took so long, I had to tell them, like, hey, it's that these customers that were ahead of you, they were actually making an argument saying that this wasn't the right price, so I had to put everything down on paper. So I never actually saw the customers return, so I'm guessing that no matter what happened, we just lost two customers. But I digress. I was right in the end. It kind of sucks because it's like all that anxiety was over nothing. They couldn't accept the fact that I actually did my job correctly. But just what can you do, honestly? There are people like that in the real world. It really sucks to actually have that encounter like that, especially when they think that they are correct even though they're not, but you just can't blatantly say that you're wrong because that actually makes you look bad, and then everybody's gonna make a complaint against you. But that's what I had to deal with one of the times that I have had to deal with a confrontation. There may be more in the future if I could actually remember them. And if there's two that I could actually put in one video, then that would be it, because I don't know how short this video is. But it just brings to light that things like that could happen to you guys if you work if you actually work at a fast food restaurant, or if you work in retail when people argue about the prices, the discounts, and all that good stuff with the policy. So if I got a question to ask you, if you work at retail or a fast food restaurant, and if you have dealt with this situation before, let me know in the comment section below of how that went for you. I want to know different stories, or if you actually witnessed someone actually being rude to the clerks or the cashiers, let me know in the comment section below. What stories members can you tell me about these type of situations? I want to know that I'm not alone here. But again, I need to get more used to the confrontations like this, because every time it happens, I get anxiety, I get nervous, and I just don't want to make a mistake right then and there. So I'm just gonna have to leave it off as that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like. If you're brand new to the channel, please subscribe, because I upload videos every single day except for Sundays, because that's gonna be my day of rest. And also, if you have anything for a suggestion for me to make a video about, feel free to leave them down below. If you have Twitter or Facebook, you want to message me on those, then you may do that as well. And if I do make a video about your suggestion or your idea or anything that I can make a video about because of your suggestion, then I will credit you verbally within that video. I will link your channel in the description and annotate it so that people could check you out, and that's how I'm going to give you a shout out, thanking you for helping me out with something to do or something to talk about for that day. I'm going to be getting a lot of sand so that we could get some glass, and then we could actually start putting more glass upon the ceiling. So that's just how it's going to be. Have a great day, everyone. I'm SwordKing090, and as always, I will see you in the next video.